some of my favorite words in the human language appeared on that list. The relationships and thriving and hope and connection, those type of words that I think we equate with resilience. And then there was a disruptor who put out the word anger. And I'm continuing to process that. I woke up, it was one of the first thoughts on my mind this morning as I continue to digest that, because obviously as we go to build resilience, we're not trying to make them angry, so it doesn't fit there, right? And so I'm like, but resilience is always about not only strengthening others, but strengthening ourselves. NRI sings this from the tops of the mountain, that self-care, and how you cannot give what you don't have, and you cannot lead someone past your own level of healing, right? It begins with us and our self-awareness and our self-regulation and our self-mastery. And so that's where that anger, I think, I'm starting to assimilate it, because I think back to the beginnings of NRI and that righteous anger that I had, that we were losing children and that we were living in the society that between their individual skills and then the families and the school and the community, we still didn't have enough safety nets to prevent these kids from falling through. And it wasn't okay. I remember the moment where I said, not on my watch. I stepped away from what I was doing to just try to help stop that loss of life and create resiliency moving forward. And we heard stories like that, and you will hear stories like that today. You will hear how the man who suggested anger is bringing healing to the west side of Chicago. And you will hear how Brenda Ehart said that these kids in the foster care system were being treated so outrageously different than any of us would treat our own child. And the reality is they're all our own children. And she said no. And you will hear from Dylan how he came back from service and he saw that our vets were being pretty well prepared to go fight our wars, but they weren't being prepared to come home and to be met where they were and to be assimilating the experiences they had and to be reconnecting to finding meaning and purpose as a civilian. And so he converted that. I think you also hear these stories of conversion, of transformation, as we take the loss and the grief and yes, anger, and we convert it into hope and healing and forward movement. And so that's just what's on the top of my mind this morning as I think about not only who we are and why we do what we do, but our vision for the world and where we're going together. And when together, again, I say that to every single person in this room, every person listening today or whenever you're listening to these videos. And we're just so very grateful for your connection, for your support, and that you're here with us. Thank you.